So my name is Peter Shilkin. My company is called Indigo 6. I represent several manufacturers in the Asia Pacific region and currently in Thailand with our distributor Asavasapon to present the Log Audio brand to the Thai market for the first time and to make everyone aware of its existence and encourage people to come in and enjoy the experience of Log Audio. So Log Audio started in 1990. They started a lot with tube and valve type products, and they developed a lot of relationships with studios and authoring of music and musicians and so forth. So they've got music in their blood. They're based in Graz, which is in Austria, about 2 hours outside of Vienna. As we all know, Vienna is the home of music. There's a few famous people like Mozart, you may have heard of, came from there. And their philosophy, as they've grown over the years, is to produce products that are high quality sounding performance, easy to listen to, easy to use, but also they are very aesthetically pleasing for people. They feel that the hi-fi market has a lot of product that is very different. It's very out there. It's not a modern looking product, and Log Audio products are designed to be designed to appeal to the modern customer as much as anything else. Their philosophy also is on a complete lossless signal. They have a product called the Log Audio engine, or a part of their product, and this engine sits in every single product across the board with Log Audio. So whether you're buying their Verve, their flagship model, or down to their lifestyle products like monologue or dialogue, the Log Audio engine is a part of that. And the engine is designed to ensure a completely lossless signal and create a no distortion, perfect linear phase signal to produce through the process of transferring that digital signal through the system. So within the Log Audio range, so the entry level is what we call lifestyle active systems. The active systems include a monologue and a dialogue, and they're what we call a plug and play product. So the idea behind it, as it is you plug it in. The unit has the amplification built on board, as all the speakers do, Class AB amplifiers built in. Each speaker has its own amplifier and DAC, and that's common across the entire board. The streaming solutions such as DLNA, UPnP, AirPlay, Bluetooth, they're all on board, as well as some legacy inputs which allow optical, digital coax and left-right stereo channels to be put into the system as well. The monologue is a single unit with a very, very large sound stage, and it's designed to appeal to people in their living rooms, lounge rooms, apartments, open areas and so forth like that. It's very much an honest speaker, as they all are, very detailed, and within Log they're designed to produce the sound as it was originally intended to be heard. So that gives an advantage to Log that it doesn't matter whether you're playing jazz, rock and roll, classical, modern pop or anything like that, it excels at every single type of sound. The dialogue is slightly different. It's a stereo version where you've got two speakers, and these speakers again have everything on board, and they're designed to give you the left-right stereo separation that you're looking for, and as well as being more like a high-end bookshelf speaker. That's the lifestyle. From there we move to the more sort of traditional concept where we take the streaming and connectivity out and put it into a unit called a Prologue, and this applies for the Cube, the Image, the Vivant and Verve as they go through. Every speaker has amplification and their DACs on board behind each driver within the speaker, and every speaker has its own amplifier, again Class AB. The Prologue becomes the brain of the system, and you can either connect via a digital XLR cable to the speakers, be it the Cube, Image, Vivant or Verve, or using the new Wiser standard to connect as well, which gives you a very, very strong wireless connection to each speaker. The Prologue comes in two versions, a Prologue 2 and a Prologue 8. The Prologue 2 has obviously 2-channel, and the Prologue 8's 8-channel. The idea behind that is for the possibility to have like a 7.1 multi-channel system in your room, and that could be having 3 Vivants at the front and images for the rears and the surrounds, or even just a whole array of images around to achieve a multi-channel. It gives the option as well for people who want a mixed solution between home cinema and stereo, in that they can have a dedicated 2-channel system. So you could have your Vivants as your 2-channel, and then you could use Cubes or Images as your other speakers to fill out a system when you want to turn it to multi-channel. It's not so much a choice, it's more a desire. The Class D is prevalent in a lot of active speakers. The reason why Class AB was more can we do it and achieve it, because a lot of other brands, from my memory as well, and I'm not sure, but most other brands are running D class. Being able to put the Class AB in and produce a much warmer, natural sound just improves the overall performance. I mean, we are talking about a lot of digital processing here and streaming, but that extra power that you get, that extra warmth you get from Class AB amps, and it's been a massive achievement by Thomas and his engineering team to be able to provide a speaker or an active speaker with Class AB amplification that can be housed and not get too hot or anything like that. So it's actually a very proud achievement for the Log Audio company. The advantage of really well-designed active speaker systems is that everything is balanced internally. So the cables are internally of high quality, the amplifiers, everything there is already of high quality. I know in the audiophile market, the development of and adding more cables and upgrading with cables is something that is a passion for a lot of people, and yes, there are improvements. Each speaker still has a power supply and a power plug. So for those people out there want to upgrade, that's a definite focus point to upgrade their power cables. You've still got a lot of other aspects to that upgrade path with other kind of power products that are out there now, such as high current power products and so forth that stabilise power. And you also still got your legacy connections, which can use legacy interconnects. I think it's just an evolution. I think if you're a person who loves that element of upgrading and being able to change it and make it sound how you would like it to sound, then your traditional hi-fi methods of lots of components and amps and everything like that is still a very viable option. What Log's looking at is probably more the modern customer, a lot of people who are just luxury buyers who may not be audiophiles, but they want to have product that is premium, sounds brilliant, but they don't want the clutter. I think that's where a lot of it does. And it's also lifestyle. We'll find a lot of audiophiles will have their big system in a room with their big speakers and big amps and lots of cables, but when it comes to their living areas and sound areas and other areas in their house, Log Audio becomes a very, very good option for them. And in many cases, it may be that they've had these big systems and they're downgrading the size of their home and they can't keep the system in there. So they've decided to try and get a system that will sound as good as what their larger system sounded like, or their component-based system sounded like, with the less clutter backed up. Look, I would suggest coming down to the Asaf Asapon showroom here in the Paragon Siam Mall and come experience it for yourself. I'm a big believer that the only real way, and it's quite ironic that you say this, or I say this, is the only real way to really determine if something sounds good, or even if it looks good, or whatever you're looking at in audiovisual, is you have to experience it. We can provide you all the specifications you want, but the specifications, none of it really tells you, or most of it doesn't tell you how good something actually sounds. I think that you need to touch, you need to hear, you need to see, you need to experience it. Music especially is a very emotional experience. I would suggest you come down with your phone or your DAP or whatever you have with all your music that you like on it, and hook it up to one of the systems here and experience it and have the enjoyment of listening to your music again with a lot of detail and clarity. And then if you decide that's the path you want to go down, then you can have your fun choosing how the product's going to look and which product you go with and what suits your lifestyle and your home.